As Abraham Lincoln traveled toward Gettysburg, Pennsylvania in November 1863 to make remarks at the dedication of the newly created Soldier National Cemetery, he doubtlessly asked himself the same question that speakers and presenters ask themselves every day, and that is, what shall I say? In his case, what shall I say to pay appropriate tribute to our fallen patriots? And maybe more importantly, what shall I say to rouse my countrymen to greater efforts in the cause of peace and freedom? In the end, this is what he decided to say. Those who fought here have already offered their utmost. The rest is up to us. See if you can pick out that theme as I recite for you the familiar words of the Gettysburg Address. I know you know them. Listen for that theme. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men and women are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We've come to dedicate a portion of the field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is rather for us, the living, to be here dedicated to the unfinished work which those who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead, we take increased devotion to the cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain. That this nation shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.